What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another edition of the Motown's Wrestling Review. I am the host and the president of Motown's Wrestling Group on Facebook. My name is Tony Motown Allen, and she's my mommy. She's my mommy. I'm rocking Rhea Ripley today because the women did kick off SummerSlam. Today I am discussing the review of Night 2 of SummerSlam. After Night 1, especially with CM Punk winning the title and the cash-in, hoping for some great things from Night 2. Wade Barrett threw it out there. Normally Night 2 is better than Night 1, so we shall see. The show kicked off with Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky versus Naomi, which kind of surprised me because I thought they was going to kick off with the TLC tag team match, but they decided to kick off with the ladies. The Io Sky and Naomi, Io Sky and Rhea Ripley had what I felt was the match of the year just a month prior. Now Naomi's in the mix, and I'm kind of interested to see how this is going to go from there. Rhea Ripley came out with her normal entrance and everything, huge ass pop. Io Sky came out, got her great pop and everything. But Naomi, for her entrance, was pretty unique because her father was playing the guitar for her entrance and everything. Also, she got to rock her entrance with her dad, which was a very cool moment for her and everything. Now, Wade Barrett said that like her father is every bit as good as Jimi Hendrix. He obviously can't hear Jimmy. Not saying that her father was bad, but he ain't no Jimmy now. He definitely ain't no Jimmy. The match was really good. I like how Rhea Ripley and Io Sky were working together against Naomi. They had a little bond going on for a minute in the beginning. Of course, that broke down later on in the match. The finish to the match was really good. Rhea Ripley had Io Sky beat. She hit her with the riptide off the top rope. And Naomi snuck in, rolled up Rhea Ripley, and got the pin. So I did call Naomi keeping the title. I just thought she was going to pin Io Sky, but she pinned Rhea Ripley instead. But I'm happy with the match and everything. The match itself, I don't think it was good as the one-on-one match the month before. But I did enjoy the match, and I gave the ladies an A-. Then our next match was the TLC Tag Team title match featuring 12 guys, 16. You had, let me read them. The Street Profits, Do It Yourself, DIY, Axiom and Fraxium, Andrade and Ray Phoenix, the Motor City Machine Guns, and the 16 was the White Six. So, wasn't overly excited about this match. I mean, it's a huge ass drama match, the biggest TLC match they ever had. No, the first TLC features 3 teams, the Hardys, the Dudleys, and Edge and Christian. That's kind of cool because the Dudley boys were there and the Hardys were there. And they actually, in a couple months in TNA, are going to be wrestling each other one last time at Bound for Glory and everything, though. I don't really follow TNA that much. I don't watch them too much, though. But I do want to see the Hardys and Dudleys one last time. Even though they're a lot older than they were, we're not getting them in their prime. But for one last time, I wouldn't mind seeing that. I would have rather seen them than all 6 of these teams in this match, that's for sure. But at one point, you had all kind of bodies laid out everywhere, and then Candice LeRae came out of nowhere to jump in the match trying to get the title. Then B-Fab came out, and Nikki Cross came out. We already got 12 people in here. Now we got 3 women making it 15, which was just a bit much to me. But one of the scarier moments, well, not really scary, but one of the bigger spots in the match was Candice LeRae went through the ladder. Like, the DIY was holding the ladder for her to get the titles, and somebody drop kicked, I believe it was Ciampa, into the ladder, and then Candice went flying off the ladder onto another ladder that was set up outside and broke the thing in half. It was a clean break though, so it was definitely pre-cut. You could tell how smooth it went, but still a good spot and everything. Kind of impressed with Candice already taking that bump. Eric Rowan got interfered in the match. Now we up to 16 people involved. Bo Dallas got involved in the match. Now we're up to 17 people in this match. I mean, even though they weren't officially part of the match, though, but they just had a lot going on with here, which just some of it was too much. They had good spots in it, but they just had too many people in this. It was kind of cool, but Ciampa was kind of hanging from the titles up in the air, and I think one of the members of Fraxium actually went to the top rope, top of the ladder, and I thought we was about to get a Hardy Edge moment with a spear. He jumped off the ladder to spear Tommaso Ciampa, but Tommaso Ciampa pulled himself up, avoided the spear, which was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. I did like that spot in there. But Andrade did a sunset flip powerbomb on the Bo Dallas on the ladder, which was another pretty good spot. But it's just too much Wyatts though. I mean, we had a lot of people in here though, but you had every single member of the Wyatt Six in this match and everything, and that led to the Wyatts getting the win. The match itself, I gave a C, even though it did have some good spots, but it was just too busy for me. It was just way too busy, way too many people already in the match. You had a nerve to add more people, have more people get involved in it, and we already had 12 people in it. It was just too much for me though, but I did give it a C. Next up, you have that bitch Becky defending her title against Laura Valkyria, so the Intercontinental Women's title. I really gave no fuck about this match, and the match really did nothing for me. Bayley got involved in the match. They were teasing like Bayley was going to hit Laura Valkyria with a crowbar, but she threw it down, got mad at Becky. In the end, Bayley went to knock out Becky Lynch with the chain on her fist and missed Becky and knocked out Laura Valkyria, leading to Becky Lynch winning this match. F. I know they only had 6 matches on there. They could have replaced this with almost anybody else. Solo Sikoa is defending his title against Jacob Fatu in the steel cage match. And it's just this one, the match was okay. There was a lot of interference from like from Solo's faction. You had Jimmy Uso, just had a lot going on in this one. But at the end though, Jacob ended up losing to Solo Sikoa with all the help that he had. I gave the match a D. I just wasn't really feeling it. I mean, I would have much rather just seen these guys go over the straight up one-on-one match. I mean, and it wasn't really great use of the cage at all, though. I think I would like to see them use the cage more as a weapon. I would like to see a little bit of blood in this match and everything, but we didn't get any of that, though, so the match itself gets a D from me. Next up, now we're picking up, because now we got Dirty Dom. Dominic Mysterio, the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. If you don't believe me, just ask him. Because he's been calling himself the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time from day one, just like the Honky Tonk Man. And like it or not, a lot of people look at the Honky Tonk Man as the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. Dominic is greater than that motherfucker. So, Dirty Dom, the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. The youngest superstar to ever work for WWE. No, he was there 20 years ago. This is the 20th anniversary, 20-year anniversary of the custody of Dominic Mysterio match when he was 8 years old at the time, I believe. Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero wrestled in a ladder match to see who was Dominic's real father. And unfortunately, you can't really determine paternity in a wrestling match. And that's obvious because Rey Mysterio won, but we all know Eddie Guerrero is Dominic Mysterio's father. AJ Styles, the phenomenal AJ Styles, came out in the Eddie Guerrero lowrider with his son, which was pretty cool. He had his Eddie Guerrero gear on that Eddie wore 20 years ago, which was really cool as well. No, Latino heat. No, it was Styles heat. So that was a really cool part of that and everything. Man, they really did there was a lot of Eddie Guerrero in this. I mean, Dominic Mysterio already does a lot of Eddie Guerrero stuff. He does the Three Amigos. He does the Frog Splash. He does a lot of Eddie stuff. And then, and we're also getting cheating like him. Dominic had the chair, slammed the chair on the ground to make the noise, and then tosses the chair to AJ, just like Eddie used to do, and laid it on the ground like he was knocked out. Before the referee turned around, AJ realized what's going on because he's seen Eddie Guerrero as well. So he put the chair around his neck and laid it on the ground like he was hit. So that was pretty entertaining. It was pretty funny, and it was a nice callback to Eddie Guerrero, which I really did kind of like though. But Dominic Mysterio unzipped his boot, so when they did a combination move, and then AJ went for the calf crusher, the boot came off. He threw it down. Dominic picked it up, knocked the shit out of AJ. AJ got knocked the fuck out. Frog Splash. And I'm sorry, Dominic, and I'm being real here. I'm not even fucking around with you guys, though. Dominic Mysterio's Frog Splash is every bit as good, if not better, than Eddie Guerrero. And I'm keeping it on 100 with you guys on that. He hits it with the Frog Splash. Dirty Dom gets the win. I called it. If you saw my predictions on my show, I called Dominic beating the phenomenal AJ Styles. If you watched the Future Focus podcast yesterday, I said it on there as well. Of course, one of the few matches I got right. I didn't get many right. I got this one right, though. So, this match itself, I really enjoyed. I gave it a B+. I thought they did really, really good. Dominic Mysterio is really, really, really looking like he's gonna be a major player. He's good on the mic. He's good in the ring. He got the presence. He's feeling himself and everything. And he makes stars out of other people and everything. Everybody thought Rhea Ripley's gonna be the one bringing up Dominic, but Rhea Ripley's best points, her most popular moments at her peak, she was with Dirty Dom. Right now, Liv is not on top of the world like she was when she had Dirty Dom, but Liv was until she got hurt. Liv is coming off her best run in her career and everything while she's with Dirty Dom. And then when he dumped that bitch for Roxanne Perez because he wants to put it on her, that little short motherfucker like this, Roxanne Perez is going to elevate as well, too. Dominic is doing it on all ends and everything, but seriously, though, he calls himself the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. I mean, I'm not gonna. I mean, realistic. I'm not gonna put him ahead of like fucking Chris Jericho. I'm not even gonna put him ahead of The Miz yet. Quite yet. Not put him ahead of Macho Man Randy Savage. Of course, not putting him ahead of Gunther. But he's one of the better Intercontinental Champions that we've had, though. I think that title is a lot more relevant than it has been outside of Gunther's run. Like I'm talking about, like the title is more prestigious than it was before Gunther and after Gunther lost. Definitely, his run's definitely not on the Gunther level though. But Dirty Dom is doing his thing, and I'm really proud of the kid. Now you got Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes. Whoa! Cody Rhodes taking on John Cena. I did like how they had the American Dream Dusty Rhodes speaking in the beginning of his entrance. He broke the mask back out, which was kind of cool. But then we got Make-A-Wish Cena back. Make-A-Wish Cena comes out to a huge-ass pop. Cody was getting booed, and Make-A-Wish Cena was getting cheered and everything. And it's kind of funny seeing the people boo Cody Rhodes like he's back in AEW. I know Rob is gonna say that they were booing because of like the WWE is doing this, doing that, whatever. It is Cody Rhodes. WWE is trying to force feed him as the biggest babyface in the company, and the fans are like not with it. Just like when he was in AEW, he should have turned heel in AEW, but he refused, and people kept booing. At some point, you can't blame the Federation. You can't blame AEW. Can't blame WWE. You got to blame Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is like a wrestling Vince McMahon. The fans are telling you how they feel. You're just fucking ignoring it. But the never seen 17, the greatest of all time, gracing his appearance at SummerSlam for one last time, and the fans absolutely fucking loved. People used to hate Super Cena, and they were chanting Super Cena in New Jersey of all places and everything else. So I was actually kind of cool. We haven't seen like Make-A-Wish Cena in a few months now. And I do think I kind of, as the match went on, I probably touched on it a little bit more when we get to the end, but I kind of understand where the direction they're going with him now, though. But Cena, during the match, he does the You Can't See Me because he's never seen 17. The 5-knuckle shuffle, the AA. There was a lot of AAs in this match. He struggled to pick up the steel steps, threw him outside the ring off the Cody Rhodes, which was pretty good, and Cody sold the shit out of that. So that was pretty cool and everything. And John Cena outside the ring hit pop rocks on Cody Rhodes and looked like I actually pulled that shit off. Yes, you did, John. Yes, you did. We get the you can't wrestle. Yes, he can. You proven to the yes, you can people that you can wrestle. 5 moves of doing my ass. Add number 6. Or realistically, maybe we could replace this STFU with pop rocks, because even though the STFU is one of his 5 moves of doom, that move fucking sucks from John Cena. Cena also hit the leg drop off the middle rope and then hit another AA for Cody to kick out. Cody hit the crossroads, kick out. He did 3 crossroads, the triple crossroads, the way that he beat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, kick out. Super Cena chants were going on at that point. Cody was getting booed like in AEW. Then Cena hits 2 AAs and then picks him up and come off the second rope with a super AA. Of course he kicks out. Cody hits the Cody cutter through the table. Of course he kicks out. But finally, towards the end, he hits 1 crossroads after he does the salute. And it's over. And the salute, honestly, I ain't gonna lie, kind of reminded me of the I'm sorry, I love you moment at WrestleMania 24. When the real greatest of all time Ric Flair lost to the Heartbreak Kid. And that kind of stuck out for me because Ric Flair is the true GOAT. And they had that "I'm sorry, I love you" moment before he lost. Right now, they billing John Cena as the GOAT, even though he's not. But the moment, it was like the GOAT's, the guy beating the GOAT's recognition to him and everything, though. So I actually kind of like that. I like how he did that. And especially the way the match went. He had all these incredible moves that's going to end matches and everything that should right end matches. One Crossroads beat John Cena after all the shit they went through, but you knew it was the end because when he did the salute, kind of knew like it's a wrap. Cody gets the win. He's your new world champion. He gave John Cena his moment out there because for two reasons, and the second one we're gonna find out later though. But it is John Cena's last SummerSlam and everything though. So last time in New Jersey, gave the fans a chance to applaud him and everything. Especially John Cena was the biggest baby face of the night and everything. He was a fucking Make-A-Wish John Cena of old. But then we hear the return of Brock Lesnar. The music hit. John Cena looked like CM Punk himself came out, though, all worried and everything, because we know how this is gonna go. Because Brock Lesnar when he made his return. Shit, what about like 12, 13, 14 years ago? He returned on John Cena, gave him an F5. So Brock Lesnar coming out there, the beast, huge ass pop. And I don't care what y'all say about Brock Lesnar. He's a fucking attraction. He is Brock Lesnar and everything, and I'm kind of happy to see him back and everything. He comes out there, F5 John Cena, left him laid out there in the middle of the ring, and looks like we're gonna get programming from Brock Lesnar. So before I move on with like my moments of the night and all that stuff, I'm not, as much as it was nice to see Brock Lesnar come back, I'm not happy with what they're doing as far as John Cena's last run. Now it's going to be Brock Lesnar. He did the program with Cody, which Cody is like the only original programmer. He did the thing with Punk. He did the thing with fucking Orton. It's like, I wasn't expecting his last several matches. I was expecting to see new stuff. I would say Cody is the new thing. But they're reliving all his old feuds and everything. Thank God Edge ain't there no more. We'll probably get that again. I don't want a rerun of John Cena's career in his final years. I want to see him taking on Gunther. I want to see him taking on Braun Breaker. I'll even take him facing Seth freaking Rollins. I want to see John Cena taking on people he hasn't taken on before. I want to see him. I mean, he was actually doing this before he retired and everything. Like, he gave a rub to Austin Theory, even though Austin Theory, like, they just dropped the ball with him and everything, though. But why can't we get new matches? I don't need a rerun of his career. We enjoyed his feud with Punk back in 2013. It was magic back then. Way better than it is now. I enjoyed his feud with Randy Orton, but it's like, and this time it was heel Cena and babyface Orton, but it wasn't as good as the original. No, I'm sorry, I really have no desire to see him and Brock Lesnar again. Like, I don't like how the run is going as far as all these reruns. Because it's like you're making new reruns. You're doing remakes of movies, and remakes of movies never really go well, though. So, but my tap out of the night, them bitches Becky and Bayley, for obvious reasons. My moment of the night is honestly going to be Dirty Dominic Mysterio. For everything, Dominic Mysterio has grown so much as a performer and everything. Like, he looks like a legit superstar. When he says that he's the best Mysterio in wrestling today, it ain't just him being funny no more. Like, he's got a legit argument for being the best Mysterio right now. I mean, Dirty Dom is a second generation wrestler. Second generation Mysterio, second generation Guerrero. And my match of the night, in all honesty, was John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. Even though I had a lot of false finishes that I was not happy with at all. And honestly, I did give that match an A-. Just like I gave Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, and Naomi, which actually, let's just say I have a tie for match of the night. Actually, fuck that. Fuck that. I'm gonna give Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, and Naomi an A instead of an A-, making them a match of the night. Because as good as that match was with John Cena and Cody Rhodes, they were just too over the top with all the false finishes. So the ladies got match of the night. The ladies got that shit. So that's it. All I have right now. I'm not sure exactly when I'm gonna be doing the Monday Night Raw review. I'm not sure if I'm watching tonight or if I'm gonna have to catch it tomorrow and do my review later. But whatever the case may be, keep an eye out for that. And also, if I don't do my review for Raw tomorrow, if I don't release that on Tuesday, I will release it on Wednesday because I might release Smoke and Fire, our next episode, tomorrow. So, Smoke and Fire, if you're unfamiliar with it, was a show that myself and Rob and your Not So Homo correspondent Robert Black does together. We did we recorded some episodes about a month ago. We're gonna start releasing those again, so keep an eye out for those. Either Tuesday or Wednesday, Smoke and Fire will be out though. So over the next 2 days, you're gonna see a Motown's wrestling review, and you're gonna see for Raw, and you're gonna see Smoke and Fire. So stay tuned. Love all you guys for your love and support. Remember, she's my mommy, and that's all I have for you today. Enjoy your week.